Modern Algerian literature, split between Arabic, Tamazight, and French, has been strongly influenced by the country's recent history. Famous novelists of the 20th century include Mohammed Dib, Albert Camus, Kateb Yassine and Alam Mostaghanemi, while Assia Jabar is widely translated. Among the important novelists of the 1980s were Rashid Maimouni, later vice president of Amnesty International, and Tahar Jaout, murdered by an Islamist group in 1993 for his secularist views. 228 Malik Benabi and Frantz Fanon are noted for their thoughts on decolonization. Augustine of Hippo was born in Tagaste, modern-day Souka Haras, and Ibn Khaldun, though born in Tunis, wrote the Muqaddimah while staying in Algeria. The works of the Senussi family in pre-colonial times, and of Emir Abdelkader and Sheikh Ben Badis in colonial times, are widely noted. The Latin author Apuleius was born in Madouras Mdaourouch, in what later became Algeria. Contemporary Algerian cinema is various in terms of genre, exploring a wider range of themes and issues. There has been a transition from cinema which focused on the War of Independence to films more concerned with the everyday lives of Algerians. Media Algerian painters, like Mohamed Racine Morbaya, attempted to revive the prestigious Algerian past prior to French colonization, at the same time that they have contributed to the preservation of the authentic values of Algeria. In this line, Mohamed Tamam, Abdelkader Houamal have also returned through this art, scenes from the history of the country, the habits and customs of the past and the country life. Other new artistic currents, including the one of Mehmed Ishakam, Mohamed Kata, and Bachir Yels, appeared on the scene of Algerian painting, abandoning figurative classical painting to find new pictorial ways, in order to adapt Algerian paintings to the new realities of the country through its struggle and its aspirations. Mohamed Kata and Mehmed Ishakam have been notable in recent years. Literature. The historic roots of Algerian literature go back to the Numidian and Roman African era, when Apuleius wrote The Golden Ass, the only Latin novel to survive in its entirety. This period had also known Augustine of Hippo, Nonius Marcellus, and Martianus Capella, among many others. The Middle Ages have known many Arabic writers who revolutionized the Arab world literature, with authors like Ahmad al-Bani, Ibn Manzur, and Ibn Khaldun, who wrote the Muqaddimah while staying in Algeria, and many others. Albert Camus was an Algerian-born French Pied Noir author. In 1957, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. Today Algeria contains, in its literary landscape, big names having not only marked the Algerian literature, but also the universal literary heritage in Arabic and French. As a first step, Algerian literature was marked by works whose main concern was the assertion of the Algerian national entity. There is the publication of novels as the Algerian trilogy of Mohammed Dib, or even Nejma of Kateb Yassine novel, which is often regarded as a monumental and major work. Other known writers will contribute to the emergence of Algerian literature, whom include Maloud Faraoun, Malik Benabi, Malik Haddad, Mafdi Zakaria, Abdelhamid Ben Badis, Mohamed Laid Al Khalifa, Maloud Mamrai, Frantz Fanon, and Assia Jabar. Alam Mostaghanemi, the most widely read female writer in the Arab world. In the aftermath of the independence, several new authors emerged on the Algerian literary scene. They will attempt through their works to expose a number of social problems. Among them there are Rachid Boujidra, Rashid Maimouni, Layla Seber, Tahar Jaout, and Tahir Water. Currently, a part of Algerian writers tends to be defined in a literature of shocking expression, due to the terrorism that occurred during the 1990s. The other party is defined in a different style of literature who staged an individualistic conception of the human adventure. Among the most noted recent works, there is The Writer, The Swallows of Kabul and the Attack of Yasmina Khadra, The Oath of Barbarians of Boualems and Saul, Memory of the Flesh of Alam Mostaghanemi, and the last novel by Assia Jabar, Nowhere in My Father's House. Music. Chabi music is a typically Algerian musical genre characterized by specific rhythms and of qasidate, popular poems in Arabic dialect. El Hajj Mehmed El Anka is considered the greatest master of the art in modern times. He wrote over 350 songs and produced some 130 records before his death in 1978. Many of his pupils went on to be renowned musicians. The Constantinois Malouf style is saved by musician from whom Mohamed Tahar Fergani is a performer. Folk music styles include Bedouin music, characterized by the poetic songs based on long qasida poems, Kabyle music, based on a rich repertoire that is poetry and old tales passed through generations, Sha'ia music, a folklore from diverse areas of the Oris Mountains. Rahaba music style is unique to the Oris. Saad Massi is a rising Algerian folk singer. Other Algerian singers of the diaspora include Manel Filali in Germany and Kenza Farah in France. Turkey music is sung in Tuareg languages generally. Tinariwen had a worldwide success. Finally, the Stafi music is born in Sétif and remains a unique style of its kind. Modern music is available in several facets. Rai music is a style typical of Western Algeria. Rap, a relatively recent style in Algeria, is experiencing significant growth. Cinema. The Algerian state's interest in film industry activities can be seen in the annual budget of DZD 200 million €1. 3 million allocated to production, specific measures and an ambitious program plan implemented by the Ministry of Culture in order to promote national production, renovate the cinema stock and remedy the weak links in distribution and exploitation. The financial support provided by the state, through the Fund for the Development of the Arts, Techniques and the Film Industry FTATIC and the Algerian Agency for Cultural Influence ARC, plays a key role in the promotion of national production. Between 2007 and 2013, FTATIC subsidized 98 films, feature films, documentaries and short films. In mid-2013, ARC had already supported a total of 78 films, including 42 feature films, 6 short films and 30 documentaries. According to the European Audiovisual Observatory's Lumière database, 41 Algerian films were distributed in Europe between 1996 and 2013. 21 films in this repertoire were Algerian-French co-productions. Days of Glory 2006 and Outside the Law 2010 recorded the highest number of admissions in the European Union, 3,172,612 and 474,722, respectively. 4,007